I don't want to be an alarmist or anything, but YouTube has screwed the pooch and the internet is practically on fire. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new, I'm Amanda and I promise I'm not usually such a pessimist. As a matter of fact, this channel exists to shatter the mental health stigma, or at least that was the mission of the channel before YouTube started suppressing everything. But I do want to share with you guys, whether you are a content creator or a consumer, what I found and what is going on. Most of you know that I have to use terms such as unaliving because we can't talk about serious subjects without YouTube either suppressing or full-on blocking those videos. That's a whole other conversation. I don't want to get into that right now, but it was bad enough with that. But now it's gotten even worse, and there's several things I want to touch on here, but let's start with the fact creators are experiencing a tank in views in the last month. This is a problem across genres, so this isn't just reactors, this isn't just commentary, this is a problem that a lot of different creators are experiencing. Today is September 8th, and I noticed about a month ago that all of my videos were getting noticeably lower views. We're not talking just a few lower views, because there's obviously a fluctuation, right, with content. Not all content is going to hit with your whole audience, and that's totally normal. Some stuff gets more, some stuff gets less. I know that. I've been here long enough to know that game, okay? But it was drastically lower. But I realized that this was more than just I wasn't using the right SEO terms or I didn't have a flashy enough thumbnail. And I knew that it wasn't just because I was trying out new content, new concepts. It was also the things that typically did well on my channel in the past. For example, when I did this Mudvayne reaction, it got drastically lower than every other Mudvayne reaction on my channel, and I've done several. And I thought this might have been writing on the wall for some things going on with reaction channels that I will get to here in a minute. But then I released this video about the psychology of Dexter Morgan on the day of the season finale of Dexter Resurrection. I know I have a lot of Dexter fans here in the community because I've talked to many of them, so I knew that this would be something that enough people here in the community would watch that it would likely push it to the algorithm so we could bring new people into the channel and grow the community. So imagine my shock when 4 days later, this video is still at under 1,000 views. It barely has 500 views. 2 days ago, I went on a live stream where I was in tears because I put 40 hours into that video. I put a lot of heart and soul into this channel, into this community, because it's more to me than just a YouTube channel. It's more to me than just social media. This is a community where I want people to feel safe. I want them to feel seen. I want them to feel heard. And ironically, YouTube is silencing us. Seeing people in the stream pledge financially for the channel so we can try to push it out there and get more momentum and more traction, and also emotionally by saying, hey, this is what this community does for me. This video saved my life. These streams saved my life. That reinvigorated me in the way that I needed to dig a little deeper and figure out what the heck is going on here, so hopefully we can problem solve and figure out the next steps. After that very emotional stream, someone in my community reached out to me to let me know that YouTube had made a change that none of us had consented or even been notified of that is changing not only our experiences as creators, but our experiences as viewers. When I open my video tab on my PC, this is what I see. It's showing that my newest video is this Laker K video I did when I've had several others around that. So then I go up here, I click on my settings, and it shows that I have restricted mode on. Now, I never selected this, I didn't even know it existed, but when I click on the restricted mode option here, it is saying this helps hide potential mature videos. No filters 100% accurate. This setting only applies to this browser. So I'm clicking to deactivate this because I never chose to activate it in the first place, and now my videos are showing. So most of my videos are being blocked from YouTube because most people did not realize that this change had taken place so that they could go in and adjust that setting accordingly to their own preferences. So I guess YouTube is pretty much YouTube Kids for all of us now by default. I can understand some content like Dexter, obviously, being flagged for a mature audience. I totally understand that. But the vlog where I'm talking about my postpartum experience, how am I supposed to shatter the mental health stigma if I'm being silenced? I want to circle back around to the fact that I've been trying to diversify the content here on the channel away from just reactions for a couple of reasons, one of which being this was was never meant to just be a reaction channel. There's so much other content I want to make, but it didn't seem that YouTube was ever giving it a fighting chance. So now that I've been building a little bit of a community over the past few years, I thought I could start implementing more things and they'd get pushed out. The other reason is that Universal Music Group, or UMG, is striking reactors at an alarming rate, sometimes even on older videos from years ago, and deleting their channels without warning. So if you get a strike here on YouTube, that strike lasts for 90 days. Now, if you get 3 strikes, your channel will be deleted. Since they're going back and also striking old videos, it's hitting creators faster than they can keep up with, and some were losing their channel. I don't want to say names because several of them are in the middle of legal proceedings over this, and I don't know what the ethics of mentioning that are, so I'm not going to say any names here. The other thing I want to touch on that I've noticed having talked to other creators over the weekend about this situation and seeing what they're observing, and they are observing these other 2 things, but the third thing is that YouTube is really promoting AI content now, and because AI content can push out so much stuff so rapidly, there's such a high quantity of it, that now us authentic creators are getting buried under AI slop. I wanted to create this video real fast for you as the community so that you know that these changes are being made without your consent and you can change your settings accordingly to your own preferences, but also for other creators like me who are probably sitting there thinking, what am I doing wrong? Why is my channel tanking? I feel awful about myself. I worked so hard on this and now I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor. This can affect us in so many ways. There's the mental aspect of thinking I'm not good enough, I am working really hard and I'm not seeing viewership, so people must not like me, they must not like my content. A lot of people also rely on YouTube as an income source. This could be your main source of income if you have a big enough community. Now, a lot of my content isn't monetized. I did get some from my other content that wasn't reactions, but now that's getting suppressed. And I did get some from independent artists who allowed me to monetize from the reactions and stuff. But now a lot of them are getting silenced and suppressed as well in my feed. This also affects sponsors because most sponsors are going to require a minimum amount of views to fulfill your contractual obligation to that sponsored content. Or even if they don't, they're not going to want to continue working with you if you're not getting enough views to justify them paying you for the sponsored content. This affects the viewing experience because you're not getting recommended videos that you enjoy. You're not getting recommended videos from creators that you are loyal to, and this affects us as the creators because now the things that we produce aren't even being pushed out there at all. And I know that I'm not alone in saying that we can't produce content that's not being seen. I just wanted to give you guys that update. I'm not sure what this means for the future of the channel. I don't want to walk away from this channel. This community means a lot to me. I've worked really hard to cultivate this, to create this safe space for everyone to be able to talk about their mental health stories and journeys, and I want to continue doing that, but the community has to be growing. I can't be getting 500 views on a video that took me 40 hours to make. I know you guys understand that. So I might be posting some shorts, I might be posting a video here and there, but if you notice my absence right now, it's not because I am stepping away from the channel completely, hopefully. It's because I'm trying to do my research and figure out what my options are moving forward. Thank you to everyone who's been so supportive, and if you do want to support this community in the meantime, please make sure that you're checking out my Patreon. You get some pretty awesome perks. You can also support my Poshmark, my Pango, or become a community member, and all of those things are really, really helping keep the lights on and also allow me to continue doing my outreach here in the community and helping people in any way that I can with their mental health. Hopefully we'll figure this out. Hopefully we'll get back on track, and hopefully I will see you guys real soon. Mwah.